Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. After a tumultuous week of inclement weather, power and internet outages, and more, the podcast has returned. Today, finally, I'll be giving you the studio tour that I promised you earlier in the week, so you're going to get to see what I see on a daily basis as I'm broadcasting. Pretty neat with all the improvements and upgrades that I have done recently. I think you're going to get a kick out of it. But in addition to that, we're going to chill. We're going to talk about all the changes to the schedule now because we've got so much going on in regards to game playthroughs continuing, new games starting, mystery games, and all the like. And we got to figure out what are we going to do on Friday night because this has been a stream that's been open all week and we really haven't determined yet what's going on. In addition, are you aware it's only 1 week until Christmas? Man, time has flown. What a crazy month. So let's get caught up. Let's talk about the holiday season and all that entails. All of this and more on today's extra chill episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm DSP. This is the Level 1 Podcast for Thursday, the 18th of December, 2025. And you might say, it's Thursday already? Yeah, I know. It's been a hectic, wild week with everything that's been going on. Time has flown. I thought that this week might actually be a little bit on the slower side because it's the week before Christmas, but it's been the complete polar opposite with the inclement weather causing all kinds of crazy stuff to go on, delaying our plans to do certain things on stream, me not even being able to stream yesterday because my internet was down. All this stuff going on has been crazy and hectic and just nuts. But I'm back today, a full and fun day of content here on the channel. I hope that you're all excited as much as I am to get back into the swing of things. How is everyone this morning? Whether you're on the YouTube or the Kick side, I hope you're having a good day. Let's see who we got today. We've got Everett, S.R. Trumbull, Pepe, Aqua, Burger with Ketchup and Mayonnaise, what a name. Chris, how you doing? Buzzawizzy, how you doing? Broden, good morning. Dave, how are you? AGZ, what's going on? Original Grants here, Space Jam fan, Tulpa Town. How y'all doing? This guy's name is actually Chaos Goblin These Nuts. Interesting. Raider Dog, Sammy Bryan, Camaro Lover, and more. On the Kick side, we've got Lemon. We've got Aaron, Shooting Stars, Rock, Eliza Pancake, Feesbot, Toxic Holdover from Two Monkeys. Interesting name. Yucub Soldier, Garce, Big Shrimp, and more. How y'all doing? How are you all doing today? I hope that you're doing well. And good morning. Rend, how are you? Micro Hourly. How about Shooting Stars? I already said Shooting Stars, Rock. Black Mamba's here. Okay, cool. So, I'm back for a fun podcast today. I am here to chill. I am down to relax because it's been a chaotic few days, anything but relaxing. Yesterday, not having internet, and then not being able to do the podcast, not being able to do the Pokemon stream. It is what it is, right? It's natural acts of God. It's weather. What can you do? But at the same time, I get it. Like, it's the week before Christmas, and we're already trying to pack in as much as we can with game playthroughs and the like, and to lose a stream like that sucks, right? It is what it is. So I'm back today to kind of recuperate from that and hopefully to get back to where we needed to be. I hope that you guys are ready to relax. Already people are saying, oh, your mic sounds different. That's because yesterday, because I couldn't stream, I spent time tweaking the mic. The mic now has all new balance levels. It has a compressor. It has a noise enhancer. So basically, instead of having a noise gate that takes out environmental noise, all the noise is very low, and it just looks for my voice, and it enhances my voice, and everything else is low. So it's kind of the opposite premise. It's good. I put a lot of effort into it. Hopefully it sounds good. Most people are saying it's sounding great. I'm glad to hear that. Again, I could always tweak it further, but the good news is this should no longer cut out. Like when I'm whistling or I'm laughing or, there's a noise that's too loud or too low, the mic should auto-adjust and not cut my voice out, which was the problem earlier. But outside of that, it should be much better now, hopefully, moving forward. So anyway, I am here, and I'm excited for today. I hope that you all are too. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. All right, first off, all the stuff that's been going down that has knocked the schedule around, right? Like, we were supposed to be unboxing a mystery game. We were supposed to be doing more streams of new games, and it kind of all got held up this week with the way that things went. So what we'll do today, we will reassess, and I'll let you know what's going to happen in the next few days, because I know it's been very confusing. It's been confusing for me, too, to keep track of what's going on here, because the schedule keeps changing, okay? So we'll go through it and try to figure out what exactly we'll be doing each day to hammer that in, all right? Now, also on today's show, we're going to be doing a studio tour. What does that mean? Well, I took pictures from several different perspectives in my new studio setup. I'd like to show these and kind of point out all the different equipment and things that I'm now using to make my streams and my broadcasts daily. So you're going to get an actual first-person kind of walkthrough of what I see every day when I'm sitting here on stream. And let me tell you, it is light years ahead of what I used to do. I used to have the most absolute bootleg setup on the planet, having this weird adjustable laptop desk here, having a folding table or rolling table here, having another desk in the back of my office over there with monitors on it, having a TV over there that I watch to play games. I had like 4 to 5 different things that I constantly was looking between, juggling between, and it was a mess. It definitely was not ideal, but the thing is, I've never really had the ideal setup. Even when I moved out here in 2014, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and immediately when I started to set it up, there were issues. My PC wasn't able to do what I wanted it to do. My internet wasn't able to be where I wanted it to be. It was frustrating. But now, finally, I feel like I've got the ideal of what I can do for now. In fact, the one improvement that I can think of that I could improve is maybe eventually rotating this all around, and instead of being on this particular wall that you see here when I broadcast every day, I could rotate the whole set to that side of the room, in which case now that would be my backdrop because that's a much wider wall. It would give me more space. Problem with that is that my air conditioner is there because it sits right in front of my window, and I don't know what I would do during those summer months when the air conditioner has to be blasting to cool the room. It might be too close, and you don't want an air conditioner literally blowing right on top of a PC. So that's like the one thing long term that maybe I'll do. But outside of that, like, everything here has been upgraded. The chair, the microphone, the audio, the monitors, the capture device, like literally everything has been tweaked, upgraded, all the hardware. So I'll give you a little tour of that today so you can see exactly what it is that I work with on a daily basis to make my content, okay? Outside of that, we could do whatever you want. We could talk about the new Fallout show. We could just hang out and do some Q&A. Whatever you guys want to do, I am down for. I'm keeping it nice and open and loose today after we do the tour because we didn't have a show yesterday. In fact, we haven't had a podcast, since the beginning of the week. So obviously a lot of people are craving one and wanted one, and it sucks that we didn't do one until today. As of tomorrow, I don't even know if we're doing one or not. It really depends, I guess, how far we get today. But the thing is, time is flying. If you're not aware, Christmas is in 1 week. Does it feel like it? It seems like December just started. I swear, we just had the whole Chill with Phil on December 1st. And next thing you know, it's December 18th. Dang. Again, time flies when you're having fun. And that's the thing. This month has been exceptionally fun. Increased viewership on the streams, increased engagement and support, playing a wide variety of awesome games with all of you, having the ability to upgrade the set like I have, and just making the studio so much better. It's like all my time is just whoop, flown by, and now here we are, and it's almost Christmas. One thing I should point out, this is essentially your final chance to nominate games for the Christmas Marathon, which is next week on Tuesday. Okay, my Christmas Marathon is on Tuesday, December 23rd. It's going to be me in holiday attire all day long, including ugly Christmas sweaters, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and the like, plus booze. I'm going to have multiple kinds of liquor to drink that day, including I have a holiday-themed one just for Christmas, but I may have a few other drinks as well, maybe some seltzers. Maybe I'll have some more of that cut water, because, man, I had a cut water Mai Tai last night. Yo, it was really good. Like, it was seriously delicious. I was like, damn, that's one of the best drinks I've ever had on a stream. Like, that was super good. So we're going to have that, plus probably some food and some festive fun all day long. But notably, the games are the highlight, the games that you guys are nominating for that Christmas event. So if you haven't yet, please check out the Christmas nominations thread. You can type !Christmas in the chat right now to bring it up. If you're watching this on demand after the fact, just check out my posts tab on this channel and just scroll down until you see this December 1st post. On there is, you're going to see your ability to either post up a game to suggest for the event, or you can vote up by liking a nomination that's already there. So I'm going to have to get to this. And the thing is, I was originally going to do it like tomorrow, but now I don't think I'm going to get to it. I'm thinking maybe we're going to end up having to do it Monday, because on Sunday we're going to be doing a special unboxing of a mystery game. We'll talk about that in a sec. I'll go through the entire schedule so you guys know what to expect, okay? So probably it's going to be down to like the last minute figuring out what the heck we're doing for Tuesday's marathon, all right? So I'm excited. That's a thing that I do all day long. We don't really take like major breaks. It's not a 2-stream day. Instead, it's one very long stream that starts in the morning around 11 a.m. and it'll roll all the way to like 9, 10 p.m. So almost 12 hours of festive fun on the 23rd. I hope that you'll join me for it. And obviously, again, please nominate games for it. We'll see what games they're going to be probably the day before, okay? Good stuff there. I do it every year. It's a really great event. It's kind of a fun year-end, vibe. A lot of people come by who I haven't seen in a while, and we say hello and we hang out. So it should be a really good time, hopefully. Fingers crossed, it ends up being something special, okay? So, good stuff. Let's now, very briefly, let's just go through the schedule so you guys know what to expect for the next several days into next holiday week. And then I want to do the studio tour with you guys, because I know you've been wanting to see my new setup and all the equipment and everything I'm using now, right? So let's do it. Let's just quickly take a look at the schedule. And by the way, this schedule is subject to change, FYI. This is not 100% set in stone or anything. But here's what we're working with. And we're doing Pokemon today, right? That's right. So this actually can go to the top of the screen here. There we go. So what are we looking at for this week, okay? Today, after today's studio tour on the podcast, we're going to be doing Pokemon Legends ZA DLC. The Mega Dimension DLC continues today. We are kind of jumping between story missions and the Mega Dimension missions, where we have to go into the Mega Dimensions and catch Pokemon and do these challenges and stuff in a timed manner. So we'll see how that goes today. And today, as long as everything goes according to plan, I think we're going to do DSP tries at Quiznos. Again, I don't want to promise it, because every time I've tried to do it this week, it's failed miserably for various different reasons. I'd like to do it today. Let's see how the stream goes, and hopefully we'll have no problems. All right, hopefully we'll be able to continue on and do it and have our DSP tries it for this week. Tonight's late stream is Routine, which is the horror game based in space. You're trying to survive on the moon. It seems like everyone else has either been killed or is in hiding. Robots have gone haywire, and you're trying to figure out why. So that will be tonight's late stream around 7 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, we may or may not do a podcast. I'm okay doing one, but I just want to make sure that we have something to talk about. Maybe tomorrow could be the day where maybe we look at the Christmas games nominations. And tomorrow, I want to do Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Earlier in the week, we had a great time with the game, but I didn't really get enough time to play it, so I want to jump into it again and have more fun with it, with more end-game optional content and the like. And then tomorrow night, this is the big question mark. What do we want to do for the late stream on Friday? I honestly don't know. We could do Mega Bonk, we could do Power Wash Simulator 2, or we could do Arc Raiders. But the thing is, if we do Arc Raiders, then probably I'm not going to play Arc Raiders again for a bit. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. I really don't know what I want to do for Friday night stream. And I think what we should do is over the course of today, talk about it. Like, what do you guys want more? Do you want more Mega Bonk, more Arc Raiders, or another Power Wash stream? Let's figure it out together, okay? So Saturday is my day off for the week, where I'm going to be running errands and the like and spending time with my family. When I come back on Sunday, that's going to be the podcast a lot of people have been waiting for. So the beginning of this month, a game company contacted me and said, hey, Phil, we'd like to send you a collector's edition of a game that we make that you had actually had interest in earlier in the year, but you didn't play. What we'd like to do is send it to you to celebrate the release of a big DLC that we have coming out. And we'd like to give you a copy of the game for free. You can check out the game on stream. If you like it, great. If not, you could be honest. This is not a paid sponsorship. You can review the game as you play it, just like you always do. But we'd like to, send you this. Would you be interested? And I said, sure. Well, it took over 2 weeks to get here, but it finally arrived. So what I'd like to do is unbox that game on the Level 1 podcast on Sunday, and then do a mystery game tryout stream on that first stream on Sunday. All right, we'll see what it is, see if you guys like it, if I like it, and determine if it's a game we actually want to do a playthrough of in the future, or if maybe it's a one and done kind of, we tried it, that was great, and move on. We'll see, right? And then Sunday, again, we're going to do a night stream of either Arc Raiders, Mega Bunk, or Power Wash. I'm just not sure what yet. And then Monday, again, we could do a podcast. We might not do a podcast. But I was thinking we should do a major stream of Arc Raiders, and then again, the night stream up in the air. So you see my conundrum. The night streams are very uncertain right now. Like the day streams, I pretty much know what I'm doing. It's the night streams that are confusing to me right now. To keep in mind that Tuesday the 23rd is the Christmas Marathon. Thursday, I'm only doing one stream, and it's a daytime stream on Christmas Eve where we're just going to hang out and we'll determine what we want to do. No night stream that Thursday, Christmas Eve. No streams on Thursday, the Christmas Day, and no streams on Friday. So basically, I'm going to have 2.5 days off starting that Wednesday, the 24th. I'm going to come back on that Saturday, and we're going to do a big major streaming week to get caught back up. Also, at some point, I'm going to start working on my year-end series. All right? So there you go. That is what's going on for right now. I hope that makes sense. And I know that it's confusing because we have some uncertain things that we need to determine, like what exactly will I actually be doing on these night streams? And the answer is I don't know yet. Like I wish I did knew and I could lock it in. But right now, it's really up to you, and it's up to what we want to do together. I'm curious what you guys want to do in regards to these streams. So let's talk about it today. I mean, we have all of today to figure it out. Because basically, whatever we do on Friday night will then determine, well, obviously, we're not doing it on Sunday night. And then, we can move forward in that manner. Okay? People are saying the music is too loud. Well, there you go. I just adjusted it. Again, the songs, I guess the volume changes depending on the song. And now the song ended. Now watch the next song be low. Seriously. Okay. All right, so you know what? Let's go to some relaxing music for this morning. Let's change it over because I had it on the happy tracks. Let's go to the relaxing tracks. These perhaps we actually do need to bump up the volume a little bit. There we are. Okay, so let's take a look here. I think we have a couple of shout-outs possibly to do. And then what we will do is maybe get started with the studio tour. Oh, the Steam winter sale started today? Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I don't know anything about that. I haven't even opened Steam today. Maybe, we would eventually look at that, if we have some time. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's do some quick shout-outs. Let's see here what we got. All right, so wow. I start off today with a generous... Well, actually, quickly, World Weather Authority, thanks for being a member for 11 months. And he says, good to see you, Phil. Hope the weather is good. The weather is raining and cold outside. So is it good? No, not really. But at least we don't have insane winds and, the flooding seems to have calmed down a bit, which is good. So, okay. I received a generous $40 tip this morning to start off the day. So let's go ahead and play the $30 animation. Here we go.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you very much. So this is an anonymous tip. They said they wanted to remain anonymous. Glad to see the internet problems are fixed. I cannot wait for today's stream. Please keep Frankie in your party for Pokemon today. All right. So we have the request to keep Frankie in the party. He is the Greninja, and I will do so. So thank you so much. First contribution of the day, an anonymous $40 tip. Oops, there we go. Thank you so very much for that. And so we have yet another version of 220 who gifted a sub. You would think that by now this meme would have run out, but someone else is now coming in saying their name is 220, gifting subs to the channel. You would think they could come up with a better name, but I guess not. Well, gee, thanks for the gifted sub there. Okay. All right. So that is our early contribution. So just to remind everyone, if you like my content, if you enjoyed the streams, if you like the videos, if you love the podcast, please support the channel in some way. First and foremost, if you're here live, you can like the stream. Liking the stream pushes it out to more people, allows more people to find it. Please do so if you like the show. If you engage with me on the stream and interact and talk with me, it makes it better. Rather than me talking to myself, I like talking to an audience, so please engage. If you're watching this on demand, well, liking the video as you watch it because you're enjoying it, leaving comments on the video. That helps for engagement purposes as well. And this channel has had a big surge of engagement in the last month, thanks to all of you, and it's helping. It's getting more eyes on DSP Gaming for the first time in many years. So thank you so much to those who've done this, and please continue if you like the content. Now, if you're here live and you'd like to contribute, there's many, many ways that you actually can contribute, all right? You can do a super chat. You can be a member. You can gift memberships to your fellow viewer if you're live on YouTube. If you're on Kick, you could send some kicks, which someone just did, and I will shout these out in a moment because I see 2 people actually sent kicks. Or you could gift a sub, or you can become a sub yourself if you're on Kick. No matter where you are, you can actually send a tip via my PayPal. If you want to do that, you just type !tip into one of the chats. The link will pop up. If you're watching this on demand right now, you can look at the description of the video on YouTube. There'll be the link to go to my PayPal page. Or if you're watching this on demand, you can even leave a super thanks. That's just a way to basically do a super chat on an on-demand video rather than a stream. All of these things are amazing. There's no preferred method of contribution. They're all great. I appreciate all of you because you have been supporting my content so much. That's what's allowed me to do these elaborate set updates and studio upgrades in the last several weeks. It's amazing. It's great. I'm feeling great. Having a great time. You know, no more goals. None of this crap. Just having fun every day. It's been amazing. So thank you guys so very much for that. Keep that momentum going. You know, just last night, someone on the Power Wash Sim 2 stream said, Phil, what would you like for Christmas? Because I'd like to send you something. I said, I don't want you to send me anything. I got everything that I could need right now. I'm having a good time. The only thing that I want is to maintain what we've got. Let's keep the positivity going. Let's keep the momentum going. And let's keep moving forward and upward. That's it. So just keep doing what you're doing. We're all doing great, right? Keep that going. All right, let's do some shout outs for these kicks. First of all, there was 500 kicks from Kaluth, who says, shout out to my favorite animal, the meerkats. All right. Meerkats are pretty cool. Meerkats were very popular in the 90s when The Lion King came out. Everyone loved Timon. So, interesting that you love meerkats in the modern day. Does this make you think about meerkats? Bill Murray kind of looks like a meerkat. Thank you so much for 500 kicks, Kaluth.
Humbug.
Oh. Looks like we got a super chat there to shout out. So, I received 2,000 kicks from 220 who says, this is for either Jade or Poxy to name a Pokemon today. Whoever shows up first gets it. Well, Poxy is already in the chat. So I guess that's going to be Poxy gets to name a Pokemon today. So Poxy, you heard that? 220 did 2,000 kicks. I want you to name a Pokemon. So think about it. Think about what Pokemon you want to name today. Of course, you'll be able to see them when we actually boot the game up later. So that's 2,000 kicks from 220, which is a generous $20 contribution. Thank you so much there. All right. Korok C Jr. did a $10 super chat. That's our first super chat of the day. He says, hey, I've really been enjoying the content. Legend ZA has been awesome. Yeah, I think Legend ZA has been the shocker success of the year for me because so many people, particularly the Pokemon community, panned the game. Just completely destroyed it, saying, oh, the game's awful. You know, it's confined to a city. It doesn't have enough content. It doesn't have enough Pokemon. There's already DLC for it. But on my streams, it's done incredibly well. We have this community of people who really like chilling with me while I play Pokemon. They like the fact that we interact. You can name the Pokemon and keep them in my party. You can help me to understand the elements. And you know what I mean? Like, it's been a very interactive, fun, chill experience. And I think that's why it's worked. Maybe if you're just playing the game by yourself, it's just not very good. And that maybe I can understand. But the fact that I'm doing this interactive with an audience and everyone's a part of the fun, I think that's why it's worked, to be honest. So, great stuff. Thank you for the support, Koroxy Jr. Thank you, everyone, for coming by my Pokemon streams and supporting them. That's absolutely awesome of you guys. Thank you. Okay. And so, going along with what people are saying here, for a $20 contribution during any Pokemon stream, you can name a Pokemon and choose for them to be in the party for the entirety of that stream. So far we have the Greninja Frankie, who will be in my party, and Poxy is going to get to name a Pokemon and have them be in the party for the stream as well. So that's 2. There's 5 Pokemon that can be in the party. Well, actually, technically it's 6, but usually I like to keep one staple Pokemon in there, so I always have a solid one that can Mega Evolve. So let's say there's 3 more spots for today. If someone's interested, I'll just throw that out there for a $20 contribution. You can name a Pokemon and have them be part of the party all day. Okay? All right. Folks, I think it is time. Are you ready? It is time for my studio tour. I'm excited to show you my setup. I really am. I think that you're going to get a kick out of it. If you have questions when we're going to do this, obviously, let me know. And, let's see what we're going to do. Okay? Cool. All right, let's go. Let's do the studio tour, folks. Ready for this? It's going to open up right now. Feast your eyes on what I see every day. Are you ready? All right. So what you're seeing here is basically what I see when I'm streaming games. The only difference between what you're seeing right now and what I'm doing right now as I podcast is my ultra-wide monitor that's sitting on the left is moved all the way to the left directly in front of that webcam that you're seeing, okay? But outside of that, this is exactly how it looks when I'm streaming games, okay? So I guess moving from left to right, all right, and I have my mouse here so I can actually point to everything and point it out for you. Let me explain everything that I'm actively using in my current setup. First of all, as you can see, this is my new L-shaped desk that everything is sitting on. I bought the perfect desk. It is exactly the right size for what I'm doing. If I had bought a bigger desk or a smaller desk, it wouldn't have worked. I actually got the perfect desk, okay? So on the left-hand side, what do we got? This is my Sansui 34-inch ultra-wide curved monitor. It is on a Benq or BenQ, I don't know how to pronounce it, monitor arm. It looks like that. There it is right there, but that's what it looks like. And it is fully maneuverable. I can move it left, right, up, down. I can tilt it. I can turn it. I can rotate it if I want. I could actually go to landscape mode if I wanted to. I don't know why I would ever want to, but I could do that, okay? So that's right here. And then as you can see, I have 2 different tripods. One has my Insta360 camera on it. So that is the, I'm trying to remember the models. That's the I want to say that's the InstaLink 2 camera over there. So that's the more modern version. That's actually the most up-to-date version webcam that they sell. And I've been using that for just under a year. Okay. That one actually can maneuver. You have software where you can actually aim it. You don't have to use your hand or whatever. It actually moves. It's on like a moving, like a turret thing there. And you can aim it up, down, left, right, any direction in the room. Behind it, I have a Newer, it's called Newer, Newer, key light. And I have that directly behind the webcam on another tripod, okay? That key light actually syncs with my phone, and I use an app to adjust it. In front of me, we got a wireless Logitech keyboard and a wireless Logitech mouse, and of course, a big French bread and a croissant, okay? Under there is actually a Logitech desk pad, which is very nice. It's basically a big mouse pad, but you put it on your desk, and it's good because you can move your mouse anywhere you want. You're not limited to one mouse space. And it also keeps the desk nice and organized. So I really like that. Okay, moving to the right, this is my microphone. This is the Shure MX. Let me think about this. MX. What the hell is my microphone? It says on it. It's the MV7 Plus. I thought it was an MX. It's not. It's the MV7 Plus. Okay, I've been using this microphone for just under a year. I think I got it in January. And it's great. Now I'm using it as an XLR microphone as opposed to I used to use it as a USB microphone. And as you can see, that is attached to this Shure microphone boom arm. I tried 3 or 4 boom arms earlier this year that were cheap. They were all garbage. This is the only one I have that's great. It's super duper maneuverable, very durable, very steady. I love it. I recommend it. Okay. Now, moving on to the right. Okay. This is the Roland Bridgecast. This is what I've been using for the past several days. This allows me to do so much with my audio. First of all, it allows me to make this microphone an XLR microphone, which means it's just so much better quality. I was able to tweak the whole equalizer for it. I was able to add a compressor, do a noise enhancer, so many different things. The music you're listening to in the background right now is through the Roland Bridgecast. The surround sound that I've been trying to use or have been using is through the Roland Bridgecast. So I can't emphasize, okay, how useful this device is. And the thing is, I never really had a good audio interface before. This has changed things for the better. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend it fully. It's really awesome. Anyway, so that Bridgecast is plugged into a million devices. It's plugged into this microphone. It's plugged into my speakers over there, which I'll show you later from a different perspective. It's plugged into my headphones that are to my right. It just controls all the audio in my studio. Okay? Directly below that is a trash can. How exciting. This trash can where I throw trash. And if you're wondering, what the holy hell is this right here? This is where the old leg of my old laptop desk used to be for over 10 years. Okay? So because of that, it basically has made a crazy indentation in my rug, my carpet. I would need to like deep clean my carpet to probably fix that, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But now I probably can because I actually have like, space. So I'll probably clean that up. Okay, so moving to the right, I guess we'll start up top. This is another newer key light. This one is for when I'm doing the gameplay now. And again, this key light sits directly behind this webcam. And sadly, this key light didn't come with a wireless adapter or anything. Or no, this one had the wireless adapter. That's right. So I use a controller, actually, to control that key light. I wish I could use this for the other key light, but that one didn't come with a wireless adapter, so it doesn't sync with this darn thing. So it's kind of annoying. Like, one key light, I have to use an app, and one key light, I have to use a controller. Anyway, so this webcam that we're looking at right now, this is the old Instalink webcam. So this is not the newer model. This is the old one from like over a year ago. It's similar to this one, but it doesn't have, I think that there's something about the sensors a little different, but it's still awesome. It maneuvers, it turns, it allows you to have all these cool features, it auto adjusts. By the way, both of these webcams have AI in them. So you could enable the AI, and the AI follows you around the room. I was using this at one point, but then I realized I didn't really need it. It wasn't really doing that much. So it was actually starting to have errors and stuff. So I turned it off. And since I turned it off, I think it's been fine. If I need to adjust, I just auto adjust, or I use my the manual software to do it. So you don't really need the AI. This is the Blue Yeti microphone that I just recently purchased so that I can do voice communications while I'm gaming. So basically, this microphone right here is meant just for commentary, whether it's on a gameplay, whether it's a podcast, whatever. That plugs into my actual capture and streaming PC, which you can see over here. And you'll see that in a better shot later, okay? This microphone isn't plugged into that. It's plugged into this PC in the background. That is my gaming PC, okay? So this one is for me to communicate with people when I'm playing games online. For example, right now I'm playing Arc Raiders. And as I play Arc Raiders, I need to talk with people with the proximity chat, and that's what this microphone is for, okay? Moving on, we got a pair of sunglasses. Don't ask me why I have them in my office. I guess so every once in a while I could do this. But I don't think I really need them in here. I should probably put them in my car. They're Ray-Bans. Anyway. Some nice aviators, okay? And then actually right in front of those are my reading glasses that I've had for a bit, but I actually am getting a better pair because what I want to do is I want to get a pair of reading glasses that if you look on the top, they're basically normal. But then if you look on the bottom, they're magnification, and I ordered them, and they're coming soon. So these are just kind of like old basic reading glasses, but I got better ones coming. Okay, so this here is my MSI QD OLED monitor. It's 32 inches, 4K, 240 hertz. It's sick. All right, it's the best monitor I've ever owned. Really, it looks amazing. The colors are so crisp and clear and just amazing. So that's what I use on a daily basis to game. And as you can actually see, it's on the same monitor arm as this Sansui. So again, it's fully maneuverable. I can move it left and right, up and down, depending on what kind of game I'm playing and how I want it to be. You know, it's fully adjustable. So awesome. Here, I have some electronic cloths to wipe down the OLED or to wipe down the Sansui from moving them around if I get fingerprints or whatever on them. Here's just a whole bunch of crap. Remote controls for the fan in my room. You might see it back here. This is a tower fan that I actually have in front of my window. Those are my blackout curtains back there. So this is blowing air in the room constantly. So I got a controller for that. I have a ceiling fan you can't see here. So I have a controller for that. I got a Swiss Army knife, various just different things here. This right here, you're like, why does he have a cable going across his desk here? That's my headphone wire. So if I don't have that, obviously I can't use my headphones. I have like one wire running across the desk, and it's really not avoidable. This right here is the Razer Wolverine Pro 8K wireless PC controller. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I love it. It's the lightest weight controller I think I've ever used in the modern era. It feels great. It's got great grips. The buttons are responsive. The thumbsticks are great. I don't have a single complaint about it yet. Battery life is outstanding. So there you have it. That's what I'm using right now for my controller. Okay. What do we got here? This is a Asus ROG keyboard. Gaming keyboard. What's the model? I don't even know. Do you want me to find out? Hold on. I don't even know what it is. It's the Asus ROG Azoth. A-Z-O-T-H. Oh, the camera's deleting the box. Hold on. The Asus ROG Azoth. Okay? I haven't even used it yet. I'm going to use it, obviously, when I do keyboard and mouse gaming, whether it's Call of Duty or whatever else I play with, but I haven't even used it yet. I'm literally just sitting there. Okay, so, and yes, it has RGBs, but I didn't get it for that. It was highly rated, and it was on sale. Okay? Let's continue. Okay, my mouse, as you can see right there, is the Razer Viper V2 Pro, I believe. This is the lightest mouse I have ever freaking used in my life. It is lightweight as hell. It has like 0 weight to it, but it has a super long life battery. It was rated incredibly highly for gaming. So that's what I'm using now as my mouse. Again, I haven't even used it for a game yet, so I don't know how well it's going to actually play in a game. But there you go. So I have the setup for when I'm actually going to do PC gaming. I've got high-end hardware now to play. And here we have a bunch of clouds sitting in front of that. Okay? So what you can't see currently in this setup, over here, I have a stand on which the headphones are sitting. And that stand is a USB hub. So that has a USB cable, like right here. And I'm using this to charge all my stuff. So I could charge the headphone, or excuse me, I could charge the controller. I could charge the mouse. I could charge the keyboards, anything. So I just have one cable to do all that. And so there's no mess. Just every once in a while, I'll plug one in, charge it overnight, or charge it during the day if I need to through that hub. So there you go. Okay, so that's just the initial scene of my new setup. We have many different angles to look at, so prepare yourself. So this angle here is essentially what you would see when I'm sitting like this. Okay? So, hold on, now I screwed this up. There we go. So basically, when I am sitting here podcasting, okay, and I'm looking straight forward, this is what you're going to see. This is exactly what I see in front of me, okay? So, as you can see, there's my keyboard and mouse. There's my microphone in my face. There's the webcam that I'm staring at when I talk to it. The only thing there that's kind of not representative is the screen I had further to the right because it was my gameplay setup. But that screen, again, moves left and right. So all I do is I scoot it over to the left, and it's directly in front of me so I can see your chats when I'm doing podcasting and or vlogging, okay? So you might say, what is all this crap back here? So this is my old setup. This is my old computer desk. It's like 20 years old. It's rusting. It's gross. I'm probably going to get rid of it. These are my old monitors. That monitor back there is probably about 7 or 8 years old. This one's about 3 years old, but I knocked it off the freaking back of the table and scratched this. There's a giant scratch across the screen. No lie, this is how I used to do stuff. So these monitors were facing me, and this is what I used to monitor my stream. My OBS would be on there. So think about this. I'm sitting here, and I'm staring all the way across my office, and back there is a monitor that I'm looking at to take a look at OBS. That's what I was using to update the leaderboard. So all that time when I was squinting to try to see on the leaderboard, what are we at? What's our total for today? That's why I was doing that. I couldn't see. Okay? Now I'm not using this at all. This is all outdated, and I can basically get rid of all this stuff. These are desktop speakers that are plugged into my capture and streaming PC, which is down here on the floor on a stand. And that plays the audio right now. Like, I can actually hear the music in the background of the stream. I can monitor the sound effects. So when you guys are contributing, it plays the sound effects. So I know that you're contributing. Like right there, here we go with the troll. But when a contribution comes in like that, all right, that's how I know that it's coming in, because I can hear it. And I'm able to then react to it. Okay? So... And of course, you know, my modem and everything. Actually, you can't really see it in the shop, but my capture device is right there. That's my AverMedia external capture device, where my gaming PC has a wire that goes all the way across the floor, goes in there, and it goes another wire all the way back. It used to go to my TV. Now it goes across the floor to my gaming monitor. So yeah, this is the perspective of when I'm basically vlogging. I'm staring straight forward that direction, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay? So this is now my perspective. Basically, when I'm gaming, I'm turning this way, and I'm, you know, working with this monitor. I either use this keyboard and mouse if it's a PC game, or I use the gamepad if it's, you know, a game that I use the pad with. The only thing is, as you saw in the earlier shot, the monitors are very close together. So now, when I'm gaming, all I got to do is very slightly look to the left, and I can see all of you guys on chat. So it's insanely easy now to stream like this. It used to be, I used to have a laptop sitting to my left on a laptop desk. So I would be gaming on a TV in the background. There it is. In fact, this is my old TV. You can see it. That's what I used to game on. And then I'd have a laptop right here. So I'd be looking here, then looking here, then looking here, then looking here. Yeah, not exactly the most ideal situation. So now I have pretty much the ideal situation. Game here, chat here, just boom, boom, boom. Easy to see. Don't have to get whiplash with my neck. Okay? So that's my current setup. And just again to show you, this is the controller. You can see how everything's set up there. And that's my door to my office. And this is what I've been telling you guys, that I really don't have a lot of space. And what I mean by that is I can't really maneuver too well. Like, the door doesn't open all the way. It barely opens enough for me to fit through the door. So I am cramped here. That's why, like I said, ideally long-term, what I might like to do is move entirely across the room to that wall back there, and just redo the backdrop over there and the lighting and everything. I think eventually that's what's going to happen. Give it, you know, now that I've done this setup, I'm probably not going to do it immediately, but probably, you know, the next major thing would be take all the equipment, move it over there. All right. Okay. So this is what the setup actually looks like if you're over there looking at it from the other side of the room. So as you can see, these are my Elgato wave foam panels on the wall that have soundproofing and look pretty darn stylish with my lighting. These are my lamps, LED lamps, and also I have LED lighting on the ground behind me. That's how I get all my fancy RGB lighting. You can now see these are what the key lights look like from the back. This is my new Corsair T3 computer chair. You can see I got the mat on the floor that it's on. I mean, pretty much this is just the same stuff, just from a different perspective. That's my capture streaming PC. And yeah, this is the wire management. And you might be like, oh my God, I know. There's nothing I can do. I'm literally on what? Just think about this. How many devices I have in front of me? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Roland is 5. The Roland goes into speakers. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have about 9 to 10 devices just sitting in front of me that all need cables. Now behind me, I got the RGB lighting. And that has its own set of cables and things that are behind me. So I'm surrounded by cables. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. But when I'm done in this office, I turn everything off. So I don't leave stuff on when I'm not here working. You know, for power management and safety concerns, everything gets powered down. So that way we don't have, you know, all the electricity running constantly and all of that crap. Okay? Okay, so how do I play console games? I'll explain in a moment, because we're actually going to get to that scene. So, yeah, this is my capture streaming PC. It's on a rolling stand here, so it has space on the ground. It's not just sitting on the floor, on the carpet. It has its own nice stand there. I got a big, what do you call it? Power strip from Anchor here that I plug a bunch of stuff into. All the wires, look, they're all rolling. I have cable management. Like, I have cable ties on all of this to try to keep it together. But, I mean, it's just, it's all over the place, so there's nothing that can really happen, you know? Like I said, this is very cramped. This is my door to my office to get in. So it only opens halfway, and I squeeze through, and then I have to go around and to the back of the desk in order to get here. There is zero room here, so I can't get by this way. So I have to go that way, and it is cramped. But once I'm back here, it's very spacious. Like, this is actually way more space than I ever used to have. So it's good once I'm back here. I just have to get back here, and then it's nice. It's comfortable. Okay. And there's where I put my thermos. Here it is. That's where I put my thermos, so I have drinks all day. Here's actually a much better look at the monitor arms from Bank. I like them. Now that I've got them working, I really like them. But now you can actually see, remember I was telling you guys, circular hole, square mount? This is what gave me such problems. When I was trying to mount this arm to this monitor, it was like a nightmare because it doesn't fit. So I had to get the longer screws in order to have it go into these holes that are like depressed in here to actually get it to finally attach. It was a pain in the ass, but I did get it working. Okay. All right. So this now is the remnants of my old setup. So to show you, this is an entertainment center that I have owned since the early 2000s. So yeah, it's been with me over 25 years. I'm not kidding. I've had it that long. This is my Sony TV that I used to game on. Now it's not used. It just sits there. These are the new speakers that I bought. What are they? You guys know what they are. I think it says in the chat here. So these are speakers that can either be wirelessly attached via Bluetooth or with an auxiliary cable. I use the aux cable, and they plug into my monitor right now. So that's how I get game audio for games where I'm not using headphones. Okay, when I'm using headphones, obviously, that's plugging into my Roland Bridgecast here, and that's how I'm getting surround sound for certain games. So this is my gaming PC right here. All right, as you can see, very nice looking. RGB's out the butt. Nice, you know, graphics. It's very nice. It's on a stand, so that way it has its airflow and everything. So what do I have here? I actually still have my Wii there. I never put it away. So my Wii is there. This is my Victrix Pro joystick that I use for fighting games. I haven't used it in a while now, so I kind of put it up there. Various controllers. That's like an Xbox One controller, and there's a few PS5 controllers there. That's my PS5 Pro. This is my Switch 2. And that's another PS5 controller. I think that's the active one that I'm actually using right now. So, how does this work? So, if I'm going to do PC gaming, this PC via HDMI is plugged into my external capture device, which again, I showed it way back here. This is my external capture device. So those cords run across the floor and plug in here, and then it runs back to be in my monitor. All right? So all I do is I have another cable running across the floor from the Switch 2 or PS5 Pro, and that cable I would just swap. So today we're going to do Pokemon, right? So I'm going to say, okay, guys, let me go hook up my Switch 2. And I'm just going to walk over to that capture device, unplug the PC, plug in the Switch 2, turn on the Switch 2, and that's how I game like that. So I have one cable that I swap between the PS5 Pro and the Switch 2. And, yeah, that's the setup. What's all this crap? That's like the wireless adapter for this mouse. That's a USB hub that I have because that's the wireless adapter for the Wolverine controller. You know, again, this is the cord that goes to the Blue Yeti mic. So it's just all various things that have to run across the floor, and there's nothing I can do about those. So that's what my current setup looks like. Okay. It's pretty complex. But, oh, by the way, I should walk you through this. I forgot to walk you through this when we were on this screen. All right, so are you ready? Right-hand side, that's the YouTube chat. That's how I see you guys talking right now. Just to the left of that is the Kick chat. That's how I see you guys talking right now. This is the monitor that looks at all my contributions. So this includes memberships, super chats, subs, resubs, all those kind of contributions. The only thing this doesn't track is tips, and it also doesn't track kicks. It's supposed to, but it doesn't work. It's supposed to track the kicks. I hope eventually it does track the kicks, but right now it doesn't, okay? Here, in this window, I do a ton of stuff. I switch between a bunch of tabs. Right now, that's a currency converter, so it looks like someone had actually contributed, and I was converting Swedish krones, probably? Swedish krones to the US dollar. But I use that also to monitor tips as they come in. I get emails when I receive tips. I use that also to do pop-up alerts for tips and things like that, or kicks, things I have to manually do alerts for. I play through there as well. So all of those are sitting right there. This is my OBS that's opened, and so this is me broadcasting in OBS. Okay? And down here, this is my YouTube stream monitor. It's actually not working because the stream wasn't live, but when the stream is live, this shows me how many viewers I have, what the chat rate is, stuff like that. So it basically monitors the stream and tells me the stream health in the bottom left-hand corner, because that's actually my YouTube dashboard right there. All right? So this is now my command center for when I'm streaming. I see everything there. Now, someone just asked, well, do you also edit? Yeah, this is where I do all my thumbnails. So I have DaVinci Resolve, is it? Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. And I use that program. I toss my videos into there. I take screen captures. I add text. And that's how I make my thumbnails. And if I need to do any kind of like clipping or video editing, I also use DaVinci Resolve to do that. Yak Almighty says, does the microphone arm ever hit the monitor? Yes and no. Like, it could. But if I leave it at the correct height, I can easily, like right now, I'm maneuvering it back and forth over the monitor, and it's smooth. Only if I do the wrong height will it hit the monitor, okay? But the thing is, that's the beauty of it. This monitor arm is so good, I can make the monitor higher, lower, whatever. And again, this microphone arm is amazing, maneuverability-wise, and I can adjust it however I want. So it's pretty much a really awesome setup for adjustments. All right, so there you go. That is my setup. Thousands of dollars of stuff. All right. And a lot of work. In the background there, this is the clock I was telling you guys about. I have this Pac-Man digital clock. I've had it for 100 years. And I now use it to kind of like tell time during my streams. I still have my Tekken trophy back there. This was the Masha Nikkei controller that I tried to use on PC earlier this year. And I had to stop using it because it wasn't working with half the stuff. Oh, by the way, you can see my RGB lighting. That's a strip of RGB lights in the background there. There's actually a strip that goes all the way behind my TV. I wonder... Oh, yeah, there it is. Look. There's the RGBs there. There it is. You can see them. That's the RGBs behind my TV over there. So basically, the entire edge of my office, is lined with RGBs. And they all sync. So they're all... Like, right now, they're all doing this Christmassy theme, which is really cool. And I change it every day. I theme it to games that we're playing. I theme it to the season or the holiday. And it's a pretty dope setup. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is light years ahead of anything I ever had. I never expected I would ever have anything like this. It's so cool. And now that here's the real good advantage, right? Is that, yes, this thing was a challenge to set up. 100% it was a challenge to set up. All right. But now that it's set up, it's beautiful. I don't really have to do much work at all anymore. This microphone, I'm probably never going to really be tweaking it much anymore. I've messed with it a bunch. The music is working now. The monitors are good and in place. Everything's good. Like I said, I can't even think of another thing that I could really improve right now besides moving across to that wall over there, but I'm definitely not doing that anytime soon. I just want to enjoy the setup that I've created for myself now and just, you know, live life, love games, chill, stream, and have a good time with all you guys every day. And again, I want to say thank you all so very much. It was you that made this possible through your engagement, through your support, through your positivity. It was a long time coming. It was a long, hard road to get here. And now I have the ideal setup for what I want to do. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the future, man. I really am. I'm so excited for all the content and all the streams that we're going to make together. It's going to be sweet stuff, man. All right? Good stuff. Okay. Oh, and by the way, let's see here. So Greed Goblin did a $2 super chat and said, name a Pokemon is a great strategy. We've done this for like 7 years. When I do Pokemon streams, the whole idea you contribute and you can name a Pokemon, we've done that for a very long time. So yeah, it's a tried and true thing that people like and they come back to do. So yeah, absolutely it works. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's see here. What's up, King Michael? Good to see ya. Grandmaster Scrub says, did you try putting the ultra-wide vertical and stacking all your tabs and apps right alongside your gaming monitor? Then your boom arm shouldn't cover any part of your screen. So what you're saying is, hold on. Oops. There we go. What you're saying is, instead of having the ultra wide like that, turn it vertical, then have the microphone be to the side of it, like to the left. It's possible I could do that. I haven't tried going landscape yet at all. I don't know how it would work or how well it would work, but right now having those chats there is nice. It's working. I can, you know, I can maneuver and do everything I need to do. Possibly that's something I could try. Yes, this monitor arm is fully twistable and maneuverable. I could go landscape if I wanted and change the resolutions to do that, but I haven't messed with that yet. I feel like that would be a big adjustment, going landscape. Plus, I mean, that would be a really long chat. The chat would be like in the ceiling, right? This ultra, it would be like up here. Holy crap. Okay. Everett says, lovely behind-the-scenes production. 10 out of 10 content. Thank you, Everett. Appreciate the compliments. Yes. Oh, so I wanted to show you. So now, with my new set and my new setup, I have space here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can finally show you for real my M. Bison cardigan. You ready? Yeah. Yeah. I can finally show it to you because I couldn't show it to you last time. I was trying. There was no room there. But now with the new set, you can actually see it. How cool is that? Very nice. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's landscape. I was saying it wrong. Landscape is wide. Portrait is tall. I should have been saying portrait instead of landscape when I was saying to rotate the monitor. Got it. I was saying the wrong terminology. All right. Jade, you went to Hallmark and got an ornament? Did you get a Hallmark ornament for Christmas? I used to do that all the time. Every year, I used to go to Hallmark and pick out a new ornament with my family, and we would put it on the Christmas tree. And that was starting in the 90s when they had like Lion King ornaments and stuff like that when the movie was popular. So that's cool. I showed my hair more than the shirt. We all know that my hair is thinning in the back. What's the big deal? How is this like some crazy surprise to anyone? Are you guys seriously that shocked? You've seen the back of my head tons of times. I just built this desk, 2 weeks ago, and my whole head was exposed the entire stream. How is this news? How is this a big deal unless you are autistically hyper-focused and obsessed with nonsense and minutia? Like, get past it. It's not a big deal. If I don't care, my wife doesn't care, you shouldn't care either. What a dumb thing to say on my stream. Do I still have an affiliate link for the Divu? Yeah, basically what you need to do, if you're interested in anything, like any of the equipment, like for example, this microphone, this Divoom Pixu 64 screen, I've had some affiliate links on my content for a while. Just go back to like a podcast from like, last week, and you should see these affiliate links are on the videos. And if you click on there and you buy a product through it, I actually get a commission. But I don't talk about it, I don't plug it, and I've literally not gotten one single sale. So it's not really a big deal. Okay. Well, that's the walkthrough, the setup walkthrough. Any questions, hit me with them. I'll answer them. Jade says, did you see Hallmark U Life? I don't know what that means, Jade. I don't know what that means. I could mount the power strip under the desk to reduce cable mess a bit. I could. Like, there's definitely a few things I could do. Like, that's something that people do. They actually have tracks under their desks to put the cables, so it lifts them up off the floor. I could probably do that, like, and try to see if I could get the cables long enough to mount to the desk. It's not really that big of a concern. Really, the thing is, it looks like it's a cable mess, but in reality, just to show you guys, okay, I'll show you again. Hold on. That cable mess is just sitting right in front of my desk. I don't walk there. Like, I walk across my room to open the window and turn on my gaming PC once a day. And at the end of the day, I walk over there and I close the window and I turn off the gaming PC. Like, that's it. Like, I don't ever walk there. I'm always behind there. So there's literally one wire. Ready? This wire here, that is the wire that goes from this monitor to my speakers over here. That is the only wire that I have to step over. That's it. So that's the danger, is one wire I could trip on. These, they're on the floor, way over here. It's not a problem. It used to be worse. My old setup was way worse. I had a zillion cables all over the floor. It was like walking through a bed of snakes. This one, actually, it looks bad, but they're all just sitting right there in front of the table. It's not a trip hazard because I don't walk there. Like, why would I ever be walking there? Like I showed you guys, this is my old setup that I used to go to. I don't use it anymore. So that's just sitting there defunct, you know, unused. So therefore, I never even have to cross those cables to get over there. Just like I have this old chair in the background. See it? This old gaming chair. That's the gaming chair I used for ages and ages. But it's just unused now. Like, I don't need to use it anymore. It just kind of sits there. So there you go. Okay. Oh, Jade, are you asking me, do we have a Hallmark store where I live? We used to, and they closed. We used to have a Hallmark store. It was nice because you go in there and they have all kinds of decorations. They have the Hallmark ornaments for Christmas every year, but they closed. So we don't have one anymore. Chubbs Stevenson says, you should try Street Fighter 6 on the new monitor. Well, here's the thing. I know that probably if I played Street Fighter 6 on the new monitor, it would look gorgeous. I'd have the least response time ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be absolutely amazing, except I hate Street Fighter 6. Like, I don't like the game. Therefore, I have no desire to play it on this monitor. Like, I could. It would look great. It would play better, you know, but I just don't. I hate the game. Like, I have zero desire. And by the way, the Street Fighter community does too. Like, Street Fighter community has finally come out and said the game is bad. Capcom is not doing anything to tweak or improve it. They just keep rebalancing the same top tiers. They never touch the other characters. So characters like Lily have always been the worst. And here we are 3 years into the game. They're still the worst character. It's just boring as shit. It's about time they admitted it. You know, the Street Fighter community is funny like that. They will absolutely fib and lie and try to sugarcoat to try to make their community sound better than it is. In reality, they are very dependent on Capcom to make good games or balance them well. And so Street Fighter 6 was great for 1 year. Then year 2, it got worse. And now in year 3, it's atrocious. But they, you know, you won't really usually hear people say that because they want you to watch their streams. They want you to tune into the big tournaments and be stream monsters on the fucking tournament streams. Well, you won't do that if the game sucks. So they won't admit it. But now actually, the community is finally starting to come out and admit it and saying, yeah, the game is bad. Yeah, like, seriously, the game is just not good anymore. It's boring as shit. It's the same crap. You know, it sucks. We need more fighting games. When new fighting games come out next year, abso-freaking-lutely, I cannot wait to try them on this new setup. But right now, there's just nothing to play. What monitor do I edit on? This one. This one right here. This one is hooked up to my editing and streaming PC, and capture PC. That is all on the widescreen. The OLED LED is only for gaming. That's it. This was supposed to be a standing desk. Someone just says, did you think about installing a standing desk? This is supposed to be a standing desk, but it's a joke. It's not. This is only like a $250 desk, and it has standing technology. I didn't even bother doing it. It's so bad. It's just like this weird twisting column thing that's supposed to lift it up. And I was looking at it when I was installing it myself. I was like, there is no way this is going to work. This is going to snap. This is fiberboard. It's going to break. It's not like this is a solid oak desk with durable build. It's not. So it's some, you know, probably Chinese made. Oh, some engineer thought this would work. I was like, no, I'm not going to use that. Eventually, could I get a better desk, a standing desk? Sure, but it was about space. That was the problem. I needed to have a desk that fit, and I measured, and this desk just fit perfectly. Any other desk wouldn't have fit. So I kind of had to go with what would fit. Like I said, maybe if I were to move to the other wall over there, okay, then I would have more maneuverability and more space to do more. And maybe then I could get different desks and stuff. But for now, I'm stuck with what I got. What's behind me? These are the Elgato Wave panels. They are soundproofing, but also they're stylish. They look nice for like lighting. But to my knowledge, they're now out of print. Like they're not manufacturing them new anymore. So if you try to get some, they're insanely expensive. Like a pack of 6 is supposed to go for like $50. I went online and they're going for like 100 because there's no new production. So everyone's selling what's left for like an exorbitant double to triple price. So I would hope that they'll come out with new ones. I've seen other brands that do stylish panels, but these kind of really pop. I like how they look. And I have 3 colors, black, blue, and white that I alternate between. But yeah, I wish that maybe they were more active or they had different designs. Like I was hoping they would come with different colors and different designs and stuff. And I don't think they're making them anymore. The editing PC? I showed it. Hold on. I have it in 3 different shots. Hold on. Someone said, can I see the editing PC? So the editing PC is right here. Okay. That's it right here. And this is the other angle from the front. So that's the editing PC. It just sits right there on a stand. Like I said, I have on these nice rolling stands. So they have good clearance, airflow. I can move them around on the fly. You know, I don't have them sitting on the floor. That would be bad. Just having them sit directly on carpet is a big no-no for PCs if you don't know. Never do that. Okay. Dual stream is off. No, it's not. No, it's not. My stream is on. What are you talking about? Are you guys watching on Kick? Yeah. The dark spots on the floor are where the old laptop desk used to sit. It literally sat there for 11 years. So it basically has big impacted parts on the carpet. It's not dirty. It's just like crushed in. So what I would have to do is fully like shampoo the carpet to get that to fluff up again. And eventually we'll get to that. In fact, my wife just shampooed all the carpets, just not this one. We'll probably do that, you know, maybe next year. Is the next fighting game I'm going to play? I don't know. Because next year we got a bunch coming out. We've got the Invincible fighting game. We've got the Avatar fighting game. We've got Marvel Tocom. So we got 3 new games coming out next year that we already know about. But we don't know what else, right? We don't know what else is going on. So why don't I walk around the house? I do walk around the house. What are you talking about? What do you mean I don't walk around the house? Huh? Do you think I sit here all day? Hell no. Listen, I stream all day. I edit thumbnails. I get uploading, and then I'm out of here. I want to go spend time with my wife. I want to go relax in the living room with Jasper. I'm not in this room any longer. I'm already in this room way too long. So I get out of here as soon as I can. Oh, why don't I walk through the house and show you the stuff? Well, first off, I don't have a way to do that. I don't have like a camera or camcorder or whatever. Oh, I guess I would have to do it with my phone, which I guess is sufficient because these days phones are so darn good. It's probably as good as if I had a dedicated camcorder. You know, I don't have a DSLR. I don't have a handy cam. I don't have anything like that. That's number one. Number two, I don't want to walk through my house and show you a bunch of stuff because it's private. My house is private. It's not meant to be publicly shared. You know, what I show you in this room, in this office, the tour I just did, that was recorded for public consumption. All right? That's what applies to you. Anything outside of this room is my own private business. There's nothing to do. I don't want you to see what's in my bedroom. I don't want you to see what's in my bathroom. I don't want you to see what's in my kitchen. I don't want you to see what's in my dining room. I don't want you to see what's in my living room. It's none of your business. That way, I have what's called separation of public and private. What's public is everything here in this room on stream, on camera. What's private is everything else. So having a private life allows me to actually have a real private social experience rather than sharing every waking moment of my life with you, which breaks that barrier, and basically oversharing is a bad thing. This whole parasocial thing online where people think that they're going to tell you about every single thing that they do is a bad idea. Everyone who's a content creator should have a private life and a line they draw to separate their online life and their offline existence. Sadly, I think a lot of people don't do that anymore. I do, because I learned it the hard way. You know, I used to overshare. I used to vlog throughout my entire home. I used to go, every trip I went on, I would vlog the whole thing. And it was used against me. You know what I'm saying? It was used against me over the years. Toxic stuff was done with that content. Things that were made to hurt myself, my family, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. That's right. I actually did videos in my shower before. I did DSP tries. It's on my dining room table and on my kitchen counter. I actually cooked a pot of Italian sauce in my kitchen before, but this was all a very long time ago, before the internet went wacky crazy and all lost their minds. You know, back then you were like, oh, this is just a fun thing to do. You would never think, gee, I think someone will actually look for a piece of information that I have posted on my refrigerator and then like call the cops and say something about that information and try to false report and get the cops to show up to my house or something. You know what I'm saying? But that's happened. So, you know, well, I guess when that happens, you realize it's enough is enough, and you can't really trust people to act like humans anymore, and you just have to be private, right? Grandmaster Scrub says, but then how will we ever be able to dispel the rumors that you fall asleep standing up with your eyes open? No, actually, I hang upside down from my feet in my closet like a bat. I'm actually a vampire, if you didn't know. There you go. Supportive Support says, Phil, will you ever have a lucky fan who you allow to spend a day with Phil, where they are with you and they get to see you set up for your stream, be on the podcast with you, play a game with you on stream, go to the dump with you, or tar the compound walls, etc.?
No.
Weird. Okay. YouTube refugee, we already talked about that last night on the Power Wash stream. I don't know why you're asking exactly the same question word for word, besides you probably copy pasted it out of a chat somewhere. Original Grant says, speaking of memberships, any issues with all of those gifted memberships? Original Grant, if you mean within the last month, how I had a lot of gifted memberships on YouTube, are they all real or not? Do you want to know the truth? I have no clue. I have no clue, because here's the thing. Number one, I wouldn't even know for several days. Right now, if someone gifts a membership, it doesn't show up anywhere. It doesn't even show up in my analytics until like 3 days later. So it's impossible to find out right away if anything that I get is real or not. Number two, things have been going so good, it doesn't really matter. Like right now, if someone were to come by and do 50 gifteds, and they're all the Argentinian ones and I only make 20 cents on them, I don't really care. I'm already doing so well. Who gives a crap? You know, that stuff was very concerning when things were very tight and I was trying to hit goals and we were trying to make a living doing it and we were just barely scraping by. Things are really good right now. So I don't really care if someone's been doing this or not. I'm not tracking it. It's not a big deal, you know? That's why whenever I see these memberships, usually I just count them right away. The only ones that I don't count is if it's like an offensive name or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But there you go. You recommend the Cutwater mango margaritas? Cool. I think, dude, the Cutwater drink that I had last night, it is the Mai Tai, which has rum in it. That was really tasty. Like, it tasted as if that was a restaurant Mai Tai. Like, they just poured it over ice. They gave it to you in a big glass or whatever. That's actually what it would taste like. And it had the same level of alcohol and everything they would put in at the restaurant. So I loved it, and I think I'm going to try more of these now. It was super good. So you're recommending the mango margarita? All right, I'm probably going to get another one on Saturday, because maybe I'll have some of these during my Christmas marathon. Because right now I have one bottle of Christmas-themed liquor I'm going to try during that marathon. But obviously, I would like something that I could drink more slowly over the day to maintain like a buzz as we're chilling and having a good time. So I might get some more Cutwaters. That was significantly good. Any travel plans for 2026? If I had any, you certainly wouldn't know about it. That's for me to know and you to not know. When will you see Jasper Kitty? Actually, you should see Jasper Kitty during the Christmas Marathon. I'll try to have him come in. The thing is, Jasper Kitty is not used to the set yet. You know, this whole office is different now. It smells different. It looks different. So he's not used to that. And because he's not used to it, he hasn't really adjusted and he doesn't really like it yet. So he was in here the other day and I had to have him, I just like this, like, come on. And he jumped on my lap and then you could see him on camera. But like when he's in here, he's usually just walking around and he just plops down on the floor because he's not used to this. I would like him to get used to, he's a smart cat. He could jump on this desk and walk around. He wouldn't hurt anything. He'd just step around everything. He wouldn't, you know, he wouldn't be up here and knocking stuff over or anything. He's not like that. But he has to get used to knowing that he could jump up on this desk and he'd be okay. He doesn't know that. Why does it smell different? Because it's all new equipment. Like monitors, you know, keyboards, this desk, it all has that smell, a manufacturing smell, you know. In fact, hold on a second. All right, definitely know that new one works. That's the new style, the new model. And when you plug it in, it lights up. So I know that one's working. The other one must have been busted because it was in there for like 2 years. It's probably old and worn out. Now I should have a nice air freshener and the room should smell better too. There you go. All right, so guys, here's the deal. We got like 15, 20 minutes left on the show. Let's just open this up to open Q&A. Whatever you guys want to talk about, tag me in the chats. And we'll hang out. And then we'll get to Pokemon. Okay? So here, let me ask you this. What do you guys think I should do for tomorrow night's stream? Should we do Arc Raiders? Should we do Mega Bonk? Or should we do Power Wash Simulator? Let's do some polling. Let's do some polling right now. Okay. I'm going to do a poll in each chat. Let's see what you guys vote for. Okay. Ready? Here we go. And start poll and start poll. Okay. Please vote in those polls. Let's see what you guys want for Friday night. I'm curious. Cyrus X is asking, what do I think of Dragon Quest VII Remake graphics? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Dragon Quest VII Remake at all, so I can't comment on the graphics. Coming out on February 5th for Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Reimagined. Here it is. I think I did see part of it. Oh. Looks good. Does this not look good? Hold on. Does this not look good to everyone? Look at these graphics. It's basically very similar to Final Fantasy XI, I would say. In the lighting and graphics department. It looks gorgeous. Yeah. Looks good to me. What do you think? I think that looks great. I would love to play it. My problem right now is I'm in the midst of RPG, how can I say, catch-up phase. And what I mean by that is I haven't really been able to play too many RPGs because my audience isn't really into them that much, right? So because of that, there's many RPGs that I've wanted to play that I didn't play, like Metaphor or Act 3 of Clair Obscur. And I still need to do the second half of Suikoden 2 at some point. So I feel like I already have a bunch of RPGs that I'm working on. We just started Clair Obscur, and that will definitely be a focus for a bit. But I don't know when I'll be able to get to others. You know what I mean? Like, when will I actually get to be able to get to other RPGs? I don't know. Stuart, I've never seen that. But that's happened many times in Street Fighter history. He's referencing a match where two players were playing in a tournament, and one thought he had already won and stood up too early, and basically was like celebrating and walking away, only to find out that they didn't win. I guess they were probably in like a super animation, and then it didn't kill the person, and they had to sit back down and try to keep playing the match. That's happened a lot. Oh, yeah? Fallout New Vegas has mods that make it look great. The rumor is they're remaking Fallout 3 right now, and they're thinking of shadow dropping it, but I don't know if there's really that much to the rumor. Like, that rumor originated because back when Microsoft was in the process of buying off Activision, and remember they had that big scrutiny and there was a big like investigation. Judge was involved in stuff. Probably for, I think it was an antitrust hearing, right? So it was leaked that they were trying to do remasters of Oblivion and Fallout 3. Well, Oblivion is real. It's out. So what about Fallout 3? People are assuming that Fallout 3 is going to get a release soon. But it would be cool if they redid their classic Fallouts with modern graphics and stuff. I think that would be cool, just like they did Oblivion. Let's see how the polls are doing. Okay, it looks like it's close, but definitely Arc Raiders is winning on both sides. It looks like you guys want Arc Raiders. You know, I'm not against that. I guess I played Mega Bonk and I played Power Wash Sim sooner than I played Arc Raiders, so maybe that's why people want Arc Raiders sooner. I'd be okay with Arc Raiders tomorrow night, if that's what you guys want. Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do Arc Raiders on Friday night. Let's just end the polls now. That we made our decision. So then, today it's Pokemon DLC, and hopefully DSP tries it. We'll see. Tonight it will be the continuation of Routine. Tomorrow it will be Clair Obscur and Arc Raiders. I'm off on Saturday. Sunday it'll be the unboxing of the new collector's edition of the mystery game, and then trying out the mystery game. And then maybe Sunday night we'll do Mega Bonk. And then Monday, maybe we'll do either a major Arc Raider stream, or maybe we'll do more Pokemon. Or we could do Clair Obscur. I don't know what I want to do Monday. But then Monday night, we'll do Power Wash Sim. And then Tuesday is the Christmas Marathon. There you go. We got it. We just settled it. We figured it all out. We just don't know what that daytime stream will be on Monday. What's up, Filipino? How you doing, man? Good stuff. Yes, today is the Pokemon stream. So if you're here for Pokemon, stick around. It's going to be chill fun as we continue on with the DLC. If you're not here for Pokemon, come back tonight for Routine for horror, or come back tomorrow for Clair Obscur. Remember, for a $20 contribution during a Pokemon stream, you can name a Pokemon, and you can choose for a Pokemon to be into my party for that entirety of that stream. So you don't have to necessarily name a Pokemon, but if there was a Pokemon you liked previous and you want me to use them today, you could do that too. Okay? You're not here for Pokemon, you're here for chill. Well, the Pokemon streams are chill. The Pokemon streams are usually quite chill. I know Metaphor was an amazing game, and I loved the 12, 13 hours that I played in the demo, and I wanted to play the full game, but literally by the end of the demo, no one showed up. The stream had less than 200 viewers. No one was interacting. Everyone just said it was boring as hell, and I was like, well, that's sad, because I love this game, so I never bought it. What can I do, right? When was that? Fall of last year. That's when the demo was out. Before the full game released of Metaphor, the demo came out, and it was an insanely long demo, and I played a ton of it, and then no one cared. Basically, people all complained and said, oh, this game's boring, don't play it. I was like, oh, it kills me. It kills me when I'm playing a great game and it doesn't resonate with my audience. It actually hurts me. I'm like, damn, I want people to like the games I like, you know? How am I liking the game Routine so far? So I'll be honest, the first hour was intriguing, but a little slow because I didn't know what was going to happen. The last stream, the game picked up and actually feels like Alien Isolation. Like, it's very strong vibes now of Alien Isolation, and that's a good thing. But we know that the game is only 6 hours long, and we're 3 hours in. So I'm curious, you know, how much variety we're actually going to see, because right now there's only one enemy type, and I'm wondering if there even will be any more enemies besides the one enemy type, and if there'll be any more game mechanics. I don't know. I guess we'll find out as we play again tonight. But I like it for what it is. Being that it's only 6 hours, it feels like it's going to be one of those games that's gone quick. But it's fun. It's something different. Oh, that's right. was gonna say, where'd I put those cable ties? I put them down there. Okay. Okay. Anything else, guys? It seems like you guys have quieted down, which is weird. Usually you guys are way more talkative than this when we're getting to the end of a show, but it seems like you guys have, like, zipped your lips. So I don't know. What is that noise? It's called background music. My Christmas setup needs a little work. Well, I have very limited space. As you can see, that's it. Like, I don't have space here to really do anything else. So I can only do what I can with the space that I have. Now that my setup has been massively improved for the content, it's not really much of a backdrop to put stuff behind me anymore, right? Like, likely what I could do if I wanted to, I could refit my YouTube play button here. I could just scoot the headphones over a bit, and the YouTube play button could be right here. But that's really, like, the only other thing I could like, change. Thank you. Mela says, 18 years of Phil, 18 years more, long live the king. Thank you. I feel like this is it. We're now just getting started. We're now hitting our stride with what we're doing, right? Like, we're all having a good time. We got great quality stuff coming up. Flexibility to do whatever I need or want. You know, we're good. We're good moving forward. We got people who are engaged with all the different kinds of content. You know, it's excellent. Put more upbeat music. This music's putting you to sleep. We had upbeat music before, but then it got too loud. I think that's the challenge. If you want low music that doesn't overpower the stream, you want this relaxing stuff, but then you're right, it can feel like it's too chill. So then you go to happy music, and then it's too loud, right? How about this? Medium fear dark wave. What? Why is this? It's supposed to be cool music, and it's fear. Scary. It sounds like a horror movie. Here, let's go to a different one. Here you go. Cool hip-hop beats. It's supposed to be cool hip-hop beats in the background. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. It's got a wide variety of music, man. I should line the soundproofing foam with Christmas lights. Funny enough, you say that. So, the way they design these, this edge of the foam is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick, like this thick. And they made it so that if you buy lights, you can actually stick them on the edge all the way around. So you could actually see a line of lights going around your soundproofing. Now, previously, that wouldn't have worked. But now, because I changed my setup, it would. You'd actually get to see it all the way around the edges now. So I could do that if I wanted. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to have LEDs glued to the side of my soundproofing. Especially because I change it. Like this month, I have it blue and white. I'll probably keep it blue and white for January. But then once it starts to be, like, less winter, I want to put up the black panels again. Well, if I have LEDs glued to them, how am I going to do that? You know, I feel like that's if you have it permanently set to one configuration, you could do that, but I like to change it around. It sounds like I'm up to no good with this soundtrack. There you go. Up to bad things here on DSP Gaming. Oh, no. Get wire lights you can just take off. Well, how would I attach them then? You have to understand, this is just foam, but it has a coating on it. Like, this isn't just foam you could, like, there's holes and you could stick, like, something in. It actually has a coating on the top. So if I, like, let's say I take a push pin, I stick it in, I'll destroy the foam. It'll start to fall apart. I'm not want to do that. Do I think this has been a good holiday season for gaming releases? Well, look at it this way. If you're not into AAA games, yes. Seriously, if you're into more indie-style gaming, okay? Think of it this way. Let's think of the games that I've been playing recently. There's some reason, I can't go back. That was weird. There we go. Oh, it was frozen, I guess. The page was frozen. Okay. So, think about the games that I've been playing recently. Routine, pretty awesome indie horror game. Power Wash Simulator 2, which just came out like a month ago. Pretty awesome indie game. Mega Bonk, really awesome, interesting indie game. Arc Raiders, pretty awesome extraction shooter. Right? So, all the games I'm mentioning, Leave It Alone, even though it was only like 3 hours long, pretty awesome chill game. Right? All those games are indie games. Like every game I'm mentioning that's the best games I've been playing recently are indie games. What about the AAA games? Metroid Prime 4 sucked ass. Black Ops 7 sucks. Outer Worlds 2 sucks. Right? What else? Battlefield 6, only good in a team, right? Not good for solo play. So, that's what I mean. Silent Hill F, very disappointing. Like every AAA game that came out, that normally this would be your focus this time of year, has stunk. But if you're playing the independent games, they're amazing. So you got to play the indies. That's the catch. You have to play the indies. And if you do, you'll have a great time. If you're focused on just only playing giant AAA releases and act like they're the only games that exist, you're going to be very sad right now. Gaming's in a bad way there. Okay. All right, guys, I think it's time. Let's end the show, shall we? All right. So I want to say thank you, guys. You were awesome. You're a great audience, and I really enjoy the podcast, obviously. And good one. Now, here's the thing. I'm on the fence about having a podcast tomorrow. I feel like if we do a podcast tomorrow, the only thing we're going to do is maybe hammer in what is the Christmas games that we're going to play. Maybe we won't do one tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a chill session and try to do a very long stream of Clair Obscur instead to try to have a good chunk of gameplay because we didn't really get that much in the other day, I feel. All right? But I want to say thank you guys for a great and chill show. I always enjoy the Level 1 podcast. I hope you enjoyed the studio tour. And thank you for chilling and supporting as always. All right? So I'll probably be back with the show on Sunday for those who watch it. I'll still be here for tons of gameplay and fun. But the podcast returns next week for Christmas week. All right, guys? Thank you so very much. I will see you then. Happy holidays and peace out.